What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part, I want to say 79 of my Total Warhammer 3 modded Kroq-Gar campaign. So as we saw last time, Xhotl has finally joined us, and we will be employing the little guy, hopefully to great effect, as we go. It's going to be a little bit of a while before we can get him his army up and running, but still, I'm very happy that almost the whole family is now together. Still sad about Nakai, but I don't think that there's anything that we can do about it, alas. Anyway, in terms of what we got to do this time, well, there's plenty. Since we just came out of not being able to move, well, we're going to have to really make every move count. So, let's begin. Kroq-Gar, you are going to destroy this little rebel caravan just so that our allies don't get destroyed. I would have actually loved for you... Oh, you can oh, damn, that's a choice. We could either go after the rebels, who probably cannot take Pome, and because their defenses are probably stronger, which would allow us to go to Pestilich, and rather, and destroy him here easily. Then we could probably move to Kunlun, or possibly to Shingpo. Oh, well, it can't reach that in one turn. We could maybe reach Kunlun, though. And I guess loop back around this way. It's probably a high-tier settlement for the Skaven. Alrighty, well, let's hope that Miao Yin can handle this this place on her own, because this is what we're gonna do. Go to Pestilich. And if we get ambushed and stuff by Skaven, well, I think they would be crazy to do so. We just gotta make sure we're not standing in their capital as soon as the endgame scenario arrives, because that ain't gonna be great. I'm gonna auto-resolve this. I'm gonna hope that our dinos don't all get killed. No, okay, we're still okay. At least this time around, let's heal up because we can't heal in this territory. Pestilich destroyed, free Sword of Strife, and then you, Kroq, you're gonna move, or try to start moving to Kunlun, and let's channel some mana while we're at it. Alrighty, we might even stop by and go to Haitai here because it is their capital and probably their, well, actually by the looks of it, Jianxi rather, is more invested than Haitai is, but nonetheless, it might be nice to take out their capital, piss them off if nothing else. Maybe they might redirect a few of their forces from this direction. If we do, we'll see. Anyway, that's you, Kroq. Chameleon, 'tis time for... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Bellakor is here now? Oh, we can't fight we can't fight Bellakor like this. We're hurt. We're very badly hurt. Don't do it, Ruinous. Don't do it. We're badly hurt. I can't say I'm not tempted, though. It's Bellakor. It's a great buff for defeating him as well. It's too tempting. It's too tempting. This is a terrible idea. He's gonna have a bunch of elite troops. But Chameleon, you're going for it. You're going for it. Let's see what he has in store for us. A valiant defeat, and he's got dragon ogres, and yeah, a decent amount of monstrous infantry. Again, no giants, luckily. And then, of course, there's Bellakor himself, but I'm reasonably sure that Chameleon should be able to handle him. Though the Severed Claw and the Mirror Guard are both going to be problems, and as hurt as we are, we're definitely going to have to be careful. But that said, we're here now, and, well, I guess we're going to attack again. Manner of Swiftness, however, no longer needs to be on you because you have perfect vigor, and we can give it to, I guess, one of the skink priests instead, or skink chiefs rather. A little bit worried about this Basti with Arcus Zotek, but well, let's see if we can pull this off again. Damn it, Chameleon, why do I get you in these situations? Alrighty, was this a terrible decision? I don't know. I don't know, but it's gonna be Chameleon versus Bellakor here, just because we can, and just because I think it'll be a fun time. even if I think that the enemy has quite a bit of an advantage. Yes, we can't underestimate the SKINKS, but at the end of the day, they're still very fragile units, and Bellakor is a decent caster, and at the end of the day, also the enemy's got monstrous infantry and heroes and chariots and stuff, and our SKINKS will always be relatively vulnerable and are still in, well, pretty bad shape from all the previous fights. Anyway, we're going to begin the battle by annoying the enemy with our skink priest of beasts and just dropping the occasional use of Flock of Doom. Looks like the enemy's actually going to send its Manticore out there towards us, maybe to hunt down the skink priest. And kind of interesting that they decided to send it alone without harpies to support, furies rather, I should say, to support, but oh well. In fact, it's we're going to drop our skink priest down to the ground, forcing the Manticore to land after him, and the Manticore thus near to Chameleon. He's taken a quarter of his HP with a single bite, and a few more will see this Manticore at the very least rout, if not shattered. Looks like the enemy is angry about its poor Manticore getting baited by our skink priest here, and it's going to send more units to help, however. Alright, get a few more swipes in there, Carnosaur. Manticore's down to less than half of its HP, and a few more hits will see it off. Of course, Chameleon can take his sweet time, especially considering that he's got the he's got perfect spawn and will thus regenerate. Here come a unit of Furies, which probably should have been sent with the Manticore, but they're also going to get hit by Red Crests as well as Chameleon to help, and the rest of the enemy army is coming in now. The Antkill is kicked. We did do some damage, nothing crazy, but one unit of Furies and one unit of the Feral Manticore are both badly damaged before the battle well and truly begins, so I'll take anything I can get. A few of the other units are also a little bit beat up, the Forsaken and the Marauders, due to the Beast Priest spamming his Flock of Doom, but it really isn't all that much damage because A, the Flock of Doom isn't great against the bigger Chaos units, A, and B, the enemy army wasn't really blobbed up as we'd like. Anyway, over on the flanks, Marauder Horsemen have looped around and are going to be fighting our Chameleon Skinks, but this at least should go in our favor, full HP or not, and even with the help of the Hound of Pestilence there. Hounds, I should say, of Pestilence. This will also allow us to loop our Chameleon Skinks around while the Stalkers rip apart the enemy units. That said, the Aspiring Champions are here and they're going to be a lot tougher to bring down. And the enemy Exalted Hero tried to once again chase off our Skink Priest, but now we just lift him up off the ground and allow the Exalted Hero to fight some dinos and armor-piercing Red Crest as well. There's a lot of monstrous infantry moving in, however, over on this side, and the Skink Chiefs are going to have to try their best to hold a Severed Claw, one of the most difficult units, or aspiring champions, Regiments of Renown, probably in the game to bring down, is also heading in, and obviously the Red Crests have no chance against them, and they're just going to have to do their best to hold for as long as they can while we deal with the other enemies. Overwhelm from the Arcs of Sotek is going to be very, very valuable here as well, both against the monstrous infantry and against the enemy heroes. And we'll see if they can pull it off. In the meantime, Chameleon is beginning his duel with Bellakor, actually dropping down a little bit due to being attacked by the Mirror Guard, another Regiment of Renown, as well as some Chaos Spawn, but hopefully he can dish out decent damage to them and then start properly fighting Bellakor, because we don't really have anybody else on the field that can take care of the big boy. Looks like Bellacor's gonna actually book it on out of there, leaving Chameleon to deal with the other monstrous infantry, but I guess it might be a little bit faster for him to actually kill off a bunch of Dragon Ogres and Chaos Spawn and then move towards Bellakor instead. Looks like our first unit of Red-Crested Skinks is out, and the Exalted Champion is quickly starting to rip through another unit. On the bright side, that Chaos Feral Manticore, who did come back, is once again facing off against something bigger than itself, and thus a dino should probably be able to crush it reasonably quickly. With Bellakor helping over on this side, however, our dinos won't survive for long, so we're really going to need Chameleon's help, though obviously with the use of Overwhelm, and they're still looking pretty okay. Aspiring Champions, or the Severed Claw specifically, still fighting those Red Crests, and hopefully it's going to take them a little bit of a while yet to bring them down, the Kink cohort specifically, and and they're down to about 15% HP, so and they won't be on the field much longer. And it looks like Chameleon has finally found Bellakor, having moved away from the rest of the Dragon Ogres, as we have sent in some Chameleon Stalkers to distract them, and I felt like it was needed to get the morale shock on the enemy army, so time to bring Bellakor down. He's poisoned, he's bone crushed, but his stats are still pretty good. Let's see if they're good enough to prevent Chameleon from killing him. Alright, without the enemy monstrous infantry helping, I think Chameleon should have this. He has, however, wasted his, well not wasted, but he used his healing potion earlier when fighting those Dragon Ogres together with the Spawn and Bellakor for a little while. So he was a little bit hurt by that. And ooh, he's actually reached his healing cap because of it as well, but Bellakor is beginning to be banished. Perfect. Alright, it took a little bit of effort, but Big Boy's about to go down. Alright, just watching the end of the duel between the two. A couple more hits, and we also got to remember we have Overwhelm from the Ark of Sotek this entire time, and there we go. Alrighty, Dark Master A couldn't even master some dinos, or some skinks I should say, which is much more embarrassing for him. Anyway, how are we doing? The balance of power is about 70% in our favor with the destruction of Bellakor. The King cohort is booking it on out of there, having received rather so much damage from the severed claw. Hardly surprising considering the disparity in unit quality, but now that Bellakor is done and the enemy main line has collapsed, we've sent in dinos, skink chiefs, and even the skink priest, everybody essentially, to help against the severed claw, just to bring them down a little bit faster. Out here, let's just see what we've got going on. We've got those Dragon Ogres and the Chaos Spawn still surrounded by more dinos. Chameleon's still leading the fight, and we're going to be chasing down Dragon Ogres until they shatter and can fight no more. There we go. Chaos Spawn will obviously continue fighting because they're unbreakable, but they're not going to manage to break through a Steg or a Basti. Alright, lovely. Lovely. Plus they are just going to keep getting overwhelmed. 19 weapon strength after overwhelm and poison. Damn. a chaos spawn unit, a monstrous infantry unit with 19 weapon strength. It's less than a unit of chameleon skinks, not stalkers, but skinks. I wonder if it's less than a regular skink cohort as well. It's definitely less than the red crests, who hit for 38. Yeah, ouch. You gotta love those debuffs in combination. They're fantastic. Anyway, with that, the rest of the enemy army shatters and only the Chaos Spawn remain on the field, though even that, not much longer. I do believe one of our Red Crest units, I think one, was destroyed and the others were very heavily damaged, but hey, wasn't it worth it? What a fight. As long as there isn't another army nearby to pick up the slack after Chameleon got so hurt, or at least his army got so hurt, we should be okay. Still think that wasn't the brightest idea, but at the same time, it was enjoyable, so who knows. Anyway, a close victory for Chameleon, but let's just say he pulled off another win that he had no business pulling off, so I'll always be proud of the guy. Oh, alrighty. Well, it cost us a little bit as one of the red-crested skinks along with this army has finally fallen, but we defeated Bellakor's army. Was it completely necessary? Yes, it was. Kill a neat to repair or heal up as best we can, and then, while we won't be able to land here, but we did get a casualty or punishment rate increase, weapon strength increase, and win some magic power reserve. As long as we don't get attacked next turn, and we should be safe from, well, everybody but the Van Heimlings. They might in theory still attack us. We can't go this way because Dastan Kolda is this way, so I guess we'll see. Chameleon, you're gonna move in. At the very least, you should be able to recruit a red crest without too much trouble in acing Ancient Stegodon. Yeah, keep the ancient stag. You should be able to recruit one of these guys and then hit Elysia next turn. Granted, it does have some defenders, but probably not enough for Chameleon's army to be concerned with. Really just the Vanaheimlings, and we don't know for sure that they can actually reach us. Oh, huh. And I just realized something. I did want to revivification crystal in this army, and by virtue of the fact that one of the skink units died, perhaps that is a sign that that was the new unit that we were going to get rid of. Okay, fair enough, Chameleon, fair enough. Still, got a lovely little duel against Bellakor as well. Let's hope you live to fight another day, but you know, Chameleon is immortal, so even if his army dies, he'll be fine. Now, we can continue making him a fighter, but I'm tempted to get Lightning Strike just in case. It's not going to be super useful to us here, but who knows. And again, what's the likelihood that these guys have multiple armies at the same time ready to attack us? Probably not in the near future, eh? Oh, you know what, let's just get thick-skinned. More armor couldn't hurt then. And we'll move to Lightning Strike afterwards, I'm sure. Probably could also get Gifts of the Jungle to heal up a little bit better. Anyway, Kanos Kier, you are up next, my friend, and you're ready to land at Grotulex's Lighthouse. I think we might save the actual battle for this until next episode, but I'm gonna have to think about it. Let's see what we have here. Pyrrhic Victory. Actually, the defenders are fairly weak, but by virtue of it being Pyrrhic, I think that we don't have much of a choice and do have to fight it, or else the auto-resolve is liable to screw us. Also, before I forget, let's put the sequence of the Honored Guardians up and running, and almost to the sequence of Enhanced Instinct. We'll have this available for the final confrontation with the Skaven. Speaking of, we need to start building another army at Misty Mountain to be able to defend it. So, now we did get more Slan Mage Priests out of the... there's a rank 13 Slan Mage Priest to fire. Now that ain't bad. In 2 turns, eh? I was gonna say use a Socorus Mate to defend it, but maybe the little Slan Mage Priest of Fire would be the way to go. Here's what we can do. Let's summon, I guess, one of you guys at rank 18. Unless one of these guys is a recruiter. I guess we could make them into a recruiter, like Pragio, for example. We could reset his skills and turn him into a recruiter. I don't think anybody else here has anything that would give us a recruitment bonuses. And I feel like we need a recruiter who we can then replace next turn, or in 2 turns with the Slans. So in that light, I guess, yeah. Saurus, let's take you. Uncompromising. Sure. You're also on your Carnosaur, which is swell for you, but you're here to go Bonded Service, but more importantly Draft Master, to get the extra skill points, and to get the Blessing of Chotek, so that we have that extra settlement and building thing. And Draft Master, and then we are going to go all the way to Renowned and Feared for the additional recruit ranks. I don't believe we get any out of this, do we? Nope, so let's do that, and that, and that. The rest of the points are irrelevant to us, because, oh, actually, if you recruit Saurus, and then Apex Species is relevant. But otherwise, not so much. Oh, wait. Blessing of Quetzal. Okay, now I was just wanting to check whether it would increase our Saurus capabilities, but alas, it does not. Okay, so what can we build here? We could try Global Recruiting Saurus, or... We do have access to Sacred Croxies here. Hey, you know what, why not? Let's get some Sacred Croxies. Our choices here are rather limited. We could do the global recruitment of Saurus to get at least some of them up and running, even though it will take a while. But at least it'll be enough to get a stack going. And, ooh, Ancient Salamanders only take 4 turns as well. We could get 2 Ancient Sallies. Those, I'm sure, would help against the Skaven quite nicely, expensive though they may be. And they would fit one nicely in the army as well. And ooh, we gotta have the Basti with the Reviv Crystal no matter what. So let's do that. Then let's get, I guess, yeah, let's get 2 Ancient Sallies. Though it is expensive. And we will get, well, we'll still get more fire units, but I think we'll get some Saurus here. So something holds the line. Or you know what, maybe we get some Temple Guard instead. Let's get some Temple Guard. Why not? Why not? In addition to that, this is to defend the Misty Mountain. We will want to get a Hellstorm. Okay, we can't get Hellstorms from you. Golden Order, Hellstorm. Yes, we can get them from you. Just the one for now, because that's all we can get, but better than nothing. Reichland, what about Cultist Sigmar? Hellstorms? Hellstorms? Yes. That will certainly help against the Skaven, and works with the whole fire theme. And this thing's got going. Oh, wow, we could get steam tanks, but at 89, it's just not worth it. It's gonna take too long. We do have fire rain rockets, so we could access from the northern provinces. It's not like we need the Terracotta Sentinels. I was kind of interested in Wuxing War Compasses, though, as well, because of their capability of dropping additional spells. You can only build one of either type. Or we could just wait until we get more fire rain rockets or hellstorm rocket batteries from the other factions. I'll think about it. For now, recruit like this, and then we'll see. We need a full stack at Misty Mountain by the time Clan Moors arrives to defend it. We actually have garbage in the form of the melee defenders here. There's basically no melee defenders whatsoever. Damn. Wow. The 3 Temple Guard are not going to be enough. We may have to recruit some regular Chameleon Stalkers to buff out the army as well, and just to have something of a melee line. And it's going to be a smattering of units put together. Oh wait, actually, Kroq-Gars and Temple Guards share Sacred Guardian. Although I guess if a Slan uses the army, that doesn't matter because they all get buffed by the same thing anyway. Well, anyway, you keep recruiting, bud. Keep recruiting. We gotta prep. Kowal. You have taken Blackstone Post. What did that little army do? Oh, look, Durthu and this guy destroyed it. Well, isn't that fantastic? I guess you're gonna go in to help Chameleon then. We also would like you to global recruit, but we can't. Yeah, we may have to ferry him a Reviv Crystal. I don't think there's anything nearby that has it. Oh, Kirik Ziflin. We should probably okay, fine, you're right here, so you can claim it, even though it's kind of a waste of a turn. But there is dyes there, so it should still be somewhat useful. Colonize. There you go. Sit there for a turn, and Ziflin, we will upgrade you. Alright, that was Kowal. Who's up next? Tic-Tac. There are no enemies nearby, and I believe you're setting sail. Wait, we still suffer attrition? I thought the Galleon's Graveyard made us immune to this. Immune to reef attrition? Oh, Maelstrom attrition. I thought it was just like straight up sea attrition, but apparently not. Alrighty, well, you're heading out this way. Ignore the attrition. You have to get the Lizard Light and stop Clan Scryer before they get here. You're not even going to go for the Mysterious Island, just so that you don't waste your time. And good chance that we'll lose the Galleon's Graveyard, but we're not trying to hold on to it. The purpose of this was to cripple the Noctilus's faction, cripple the Dreadfleet. Hydroxy, Pyroxy, go to Nashrak Slayer. We gotta take that, destroy it, and give it back to our Dwarfen allies. This is honestly not really worth fighting, is it? I mean, let the settlement garrison, it's Orc Boys, tier 1 units. Yeah, they have a few things in here, but honestly, this is also mostly tier 1 units. Yeah, just ought to resolve it, I think. It's not worth our time at this stage in the game. We got much better and harder battles to fight in the near future, so you can auto-resolve Nashrak Slayer. And oh wow. Yeah, see, this is the auto-resolve screwing us. We would have taken like no damage at all fighting this. Let's just hope that we can heal up nicely. How fast do you heal? Oh, not that fast. I should not have done that. Well, at the very least you got perfect vigor out of it, but damn. That was a bit of an error, although I suppose we are going to be moving through our allies' territories for the next few turns, which will allow us to at least heal, but damn. Oh well. My bad, Pyroxy, my bad. Gorok, you, my friend, are heading down to... not Itza, but Oishul. And these guys are gonna head to Itza. You... Alright, oh, right. We have to figure out how to deal with these guys. So, Copperaf and all of this. How do we deal with all of you? You guys need to move together. So, you're gonna march stands here. And Copperaf, regardless of the fact that this prevents you from moving for the turn, this is gonna buff up your army, so you're gonna do so. We still need to get one of the Reviv crystals to Kroq. I guess the question is who is going to transfer him, and I guess it's going to be you, which means you're going to transfer this guy here as temporary unit. Then you're going to grab Kroq's Basti, Like so, and oh, we also built some in another place. Yeah, we're just gonna give him one right now to replace... I don't remember who I was going to replace. Probably with the Cold One Spear Riders. They're not really necessary here. Yeah, especially if we want to keep the Feral Stegs for the armor reduction that they provide. Honestly, we could make Kroq-Gar's army a lot more elite if we wanted to, but do we need to? I don't think anything is liable to stand up to them anyway. Let's trade some units. Koparef and Kas Eaton. You. I guess we're gonna get rid of 4 of the Feral Cold Ones. I think the attacky ones rather than the defensive ones, because they're these guys are quite fragile anyway, even when they hit enemies from the back. So let's do that, like so. You then, I mean, you could act as a reinforcement. All of you guys can act as reinforcement. Well, actually, you will not. You're gonna move up here, and then I guess you guys. You know what? Move up here. Koparef is going to move down here as an army. He is missing a unit. What? Oh, did I miscalculate? Oh, damn, I should have given him back the Chameleon Stalker then. Well, I guess we still can. Unless we want to get him a Saurus Scarvet, which we cannot do. We could give him a Oracle, though. Right here, if we wanted to. He is a Slatin Priest of Life, though, so he would be casting instead of the Oracle. But the Oracle can provide melee buffs for the Dino Blob. And since we don't have a Saurus Scarvet nearby, and until we do... maybe it's worth our time. Alright, fine. Kadakatan, you are going to join this army. And then the rest of you are all going north together. Cho-Kamel, let's have you grab the Veil of Titans, or actually approach the Veil of Titans. Just to double check that there isn't an Orky army nearby ready to kill you. It's very possible that there is, but I guess we'll see. Colonize. And we will not be keeping it, so we will just... well, I guess we can start upgrading it, because it's not necessary that we're going to be trading it right now. Kikoaka, stay near Cho-Kamel, so that you guys can essentially protect each other. And you cannot get near them, but you have to bypass a lot of stuff to get to Kroq. Hopefully he can loop around back this way, but I guess we'll see. Anyway, at least that is more or less decided. Who's up next? We have Kylock. Finally time to destroy the Hunts Marshal's expedition. The time has come. Talashbach, you're going to be... oh. That's not... you... what? Oh, yeah, we're gonna have to wait until next turn. Alright, fine. I got excited. Alright, so it's not Kylock. That was the last turn. My bad. Recruiter Lock, I guess you are done recruiting for the time being. I want to take a look at these guys. Do we maybe just want to send one of them out? I mean, we keep milling them and Grawul. We keep milling them, and I've been wanting to get a couple of them for you, or at least one for you. Something. Alright, well, either way, you're gonna land. And if there's an army nearby, well, you're gonna have to deal with it. And if you die, you die. We're in that part of the campaign. And then NG Benki, you're going to try to join this army. Not that I think you're super needed here, mind you. I'm not sure that you'd be more valuable than the... and then the Saurus Scarvets would be, especially since we have the caster in Kosh here. Who also has a point while we're at it. That point has to go into here because we're trying to get to Greater Arcane Conduit. Yes, I'd love to get Astral Oracle everywhere, but we cannot do this at the current time, in which case... ooh, Hero Recruit Rank +1, all provinces. Damn, there's some damn good stuff there. Net of Amantuk. Alright, and you know what, we're just gonna get an aggressive Saurus Scarvet. I don't see... ooh, you can get one at Nahuantl. Yes. Okay, let's get you one here. Aggressive. And just so that you're closer and you're gonna head down. He needs a Saurus Scarvet. And you are gonna go for Sacred Adornments and, just generally speaking, buff Saurus, and I know that it's going to be a lot more dangerous for you because you are not a... melee attack during ambush is unlikely. You are not... a perfect spawn, but And do what you can, bud. Do what you can. Vanguard deployment, maybe. Predatory fighter, definitely want to get thick-skinned and Blade Master, Foe Seeker, and let's get Blade Shield. These guys are surprisingly fragile, or at least can be. Who else can move? That was Kylok, Recruiter Locke, Tehenowen. Yes, you're heading over to Itza for reasons, and then you... Wait, have I already moved Gorak? Yeah, you're heading to Gorak. Specifically, so go to him. An assassin, you're gonna be hanging around at Oishul here, so we'll get you there in a second. Alright, go, go, go. You have recruited your units, which means you two can get the Warpaint of Xhotl, and you, I believe, is also Warpaint of Xhotl, isn't it? Yeah. Alrighty, now, these two are going to go to Tehenowen. We're gonna trade them off to him right now. But that doesn't mean the recruitment is completed. What else does Tehenowen need? Well, at the very least, he wants one Chameleon Skink. He wants a Chameleon Priest. He wants a Skink Oracle. What do we have in terms of Oracles? Oh, right, we just recruited the best one. We could wait until next turn. We definitely want a Beast Priest for him as well. You know what, I think I'm gonna go uncompromising for the experience gain. I know there's no buff here, and I'd really prefer a Skink buff, but... who knows how long we wait until we get one. Uncompromising. And wait, did I just see... Wait, Skink Oracle knowledgeable so that he levels faster? Screw it. Both of you. You're gonna join this army. And we need another Skink Chief as well, but I don't believe we can recruit them here. No. Oh, also, what do your Skink Chiefs have buffs for the actual Skinks? They do not. We're going to need to reset them. Alright, I'll do that later when this army is complete, because that is... that takes effort. Where can we build Skink Chiefs here? Do we have a spawn pools of the Braves anywhere? Yes, we do right here. Skink Chief, tough, uncompromising for the extra experience, and pompous. I think we're gonna go with tough. The other ones are, so you know what, yeah, they're kind of fragile as well. We also need to get a bunch of these for Xhotl, so we gotta get more of those spawn pools of the Braves built up in a few places, because we're out of capacity. In fact, I'm almost tempted to say maybe we should get 2 to Xhotl instead, since he lacks them completely. Well, either way, I think with that we're pretty much out of time, and I'm going to have to call the episode here. There's still more moves to make and still buildings to build, though we did spend a lot of our money on recruiting various stuff, so we may be running out of gold, but it's necessary to prep for the end game, which is in, what? 5 turns. 5 turns. Getting there, folks. Getting there. Anyway, next time we try to figure out what we're going to do all over here in Cathay, at least until the rest of our friends here arrive. Hopefully Chameleon survives, and hopefully once we finish up here we can send Kroq-Gar rather, some help for the through the sea lanes, while Mazda moves north to start fighting Morathi properly. Anyway, stay tuned for more lizards. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.